Prince William's vision for a reformed monarchy is shaking the foundations of British royalty, hinting at a future where grandiose ceremonies and a full roster of royals may be replaced by a streamlined, purposeful institution. His proposed approach emphasizes a smaller, more focused group of royals who would turn away from historical pomp in favor of substantive, modern-day causes. His vision for a leaner monarchy is not without consequence. It strikes at the heart of deeply ingrained royal traditions that date back centuries. This bold plan, however, has left King Charles, William's father and reigning monarch, visibly distressed. Charles reportedly fears that such a shift might undermine the revered legacy and symbolism of the British crown, traditions he holds close to his heart. William's concept comes at a critical moment when public confidence in the monarchy is under increasing scrutiny. Many see his proposal as a move to secure relevance for the royal family in a modern Britain. Yet this direction is deeply polarizing. The issue has divided not only public opinion, but also royal family members. Figures like Prince Harry align with William's approach, supporting modernization as a practical way forward. In contrast, senior royals, such as Princess Anne, view this direction with caution, valuing the rich pageantry and formal customs that have long defined the institution. This development brings to light a conflict as old as the monarchy itself: the balance between tradition and the need to adapt. At its core, the British monarchy has been one of ceremonial influence, a living emblem of continuity through generations. But for William, modernizing might mean moving away from a purely ceremonial role to an active, hands-on presence in issues of public importance. His vision is one where monarchy does not simply observe, but engages in causes that matter to the people, standing as an entity of purpose rather than pageantry alone. Public reaction to William's plan reveals a generational divide as well as a shift in national identity. Among younger generations, particularly those facing economic pressures and global challenges, there is a growing call for a monarchy that reflects these concerns rather than dwelling in symbolism. Many see William's proposal as a welcome move, believing that if the monarchy is to survive, it must adapt to the needs and values of modern British society. Meanwhile, others, especially royalists and older citizens, worry about losing the mystique that sets the monarchy apart. They argue that traditions and grand displays are the monarchy's unique heritage, and to lose them is to lose part of British identity. Media coverage of William's proposals has only intensified the conversation. News outlets are captivated by the tension between the two generations of monarchs. King Charles's apparent dismay is a major storyline, with some analysts interpreting his reaction as indicative of his commitment to tradition. Charles has long championed certain causes, particularly environmental and cultural ones, but has also preserved the grandeur of royal occasions, a balance he feels is essential to maintaining the monarchy's stature. In contrast, William's approach is often seen as a calculated move to redefine royal duties in a way that resonates with a generation more attuned to social activism than royal formalities. How the media presents William's vision could have a lasting impact on the public's perception of the royal family. If William's direction is embraced as a forward-looking approach, it could attract support from younger generations, stabilizing the monarchy's place in society. Yet if the narrative becomes one of conflict and disunity, it risks deepening Republican sentiments, prompting calls to reduce or even eliminate the monarchy's role. For those who view royalty as a timeless institution, William's plans may feel like a threat, one that undermines the purpose of a figurehead monarchy that has, for centuries, endured on the strength of its history and symbols. Within the royal family, this shift has sown seeds of discord. Prince Harry, no stranger to challenging royal conventions himself, is reportedly among those who support William's ambitions for change. His support, however, is symbolic of deeper fractures within the family, a younger generation willing to break from the past, juxtaposed against those who uphold tradition. Princess Anne, a senior royal deeply committed to duty and ceremony, is reportedly among those who feel William's plans risk losing the unique stature of the monarchy, favoring the dignified continuity that her mother, Queen Elizabeth II, upheld throughout her reign. This push and pull between William and his father hints at possible future conflicts. As Charles settles into his reign, he faces the task of reconciling his role as king with the forward-leaning vision of his heir. This is a complex position for Charles, who has spent decades as the Prince of Wales preparing for a role that is now evolving before his very eyes. Should he resist William's proposed reforms, it could lead to public and family division, forcing Britons to choose sides between the monarch and the heir. The potential long-term impacts of William's vision could redefine not just the monarchy, but also the perception of its role both in the UK and the Commonwealth. If successful, William's approach might breathe new life into an institution whose relevance is periodically questioned. On the other hand, by discarding royal traditions, the monarchy risks alienating a segment of its support base, further amplifying the voices that call for its dissolution. While some have welcomed William's vision, seeing it as the monarchy's chance to stay relevant in a rapidly changing world, others fear it strips the monarchy of the very qualities that have kept it resilient through centuries of upheaval. This is no small matter for a nation where the monarchy is both a cultural touchstone and a symbol of continuity. As the debate continues, the world watches as a centuries-old institution grapples with the pressures of modernity, with William and Charles standing at opposing ends of what could become the most significant redefinition of British royalty in a generation. The outcome of this family and public discourse could very well determine the monarchy's future, whether as a reformed institution aligned with current values or as an unyielding emblem of the past. For now, the question remains, will the monarchy bend with the times under William's influence, or will it hold fast to the traditions that have defined it for so long? The answer will shape the monarchy's role for generations to come.